his back and they hit him like
Yeah.
that. Like that's pretty tough.
Hey, real quick, I want to hit on NBA, but I have a question for you. Do you think that kid's stock is going to drop now from Georgia defensive lineman Jalen Carter with the off the field stuff? I talked about it a little this week. I mean, you could have made a case he could have been arguably the first overall pick. And now I'm seeing him slide all the way to like 10, 12, 11, 13, 14. Pittsburgh maybe grabbing him at 17.
Yeah, how do you prove that? Like I've been thinking about that, and he said he will be exonerated, no question about it,
Mm-hmm.
no question. So how you know that beats me. What happened is the thing, right? What happened? So if you're trying to make a decision to bring a guy in, go and draft somebody with your first round draft pick, right, on a guy that you know can help your team, like he is. So how I need to know what happened before I can draft. Like, were y'all racing, or were you just behind them, or were they ahead of you and you pulled up on a car, flipped over, or mangled, or whatever you want to say? Like, what actually happened there? Right? They're going to have to get all of the logistics, because there's nothing you can prove them on. Nothing. I think you'll have a chance to still, a chance to not drop it in the draft.
But the fact that he was, quote, arrested, right, on misdemeanor charges because of an accident, a deadly accident, that I think drastically shifts I mean, people were talking, the mock drafts had this kid going number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So again, let me play dumb for a minute. What's the difference going number 1 and all of a sudden I slide down to 17? I mean, that's
it's big time. That's a big loss. It's a big negative.
Yeah. So how do you quantify that? Like, if you're a franchise, say there was some talk with Arizona, maybe grabbing him, and he's had other issues off the field as well. And I think he's been caught speeding several times where he was given a warning. We say red flags, right? Like, I would love to just be a fly on the wall and listen to these GMs when they go through these draft boards, because you know this, right? They're going to talk to the player. They're sitting down with the player. They're going to read the room. They're going to read the player. They're going to see if they're locked in eye to eye. They're going to try to read his body language and figure this kid out, figure this player out before they make a decision that could change, his life and alter the path of their franchise. So the talent's there. It's undeniable, but
I agree. I just don't know. I don't know if it'll drop him. Well, number 1, maybe it will drop him from there. But I think mostly on how he handled it with the media about being exonerated. He knew he'll be exonerated. I thought that could have been kept to himself. But other than that, I mean, I don't know much about the kid. And they said it was racing, and he said it wasn't.
Yeah. What do you think of this kid, Anthony Richardson?
So yeah, let's talk about him. You talking about the quarterback in Florida, right?
I am, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Well, I was talking this the other day, and they had all combine, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I look at the list, and it has CJ Stroud on there.
Yeah.
Who's astronomical, right? He's a great quarterback. But if you're going all combine, isn't it the combine testing stuff that you did there to be all combine, or are you taking your season accolades and bringing them in with your performances at the combine? Like, what'd you do? I got in an argument with a guy saying that's not all combine, because Richardson has much better numbers than CJ Stroud. He's faster, he jumps higher, he's stronger than him, he's more explosive than him. Everything. So what's all combine?
So I hear what you're saying. I can appreciate it, and I knew you were going with that. Do we also give him a little pass the fact that wasn't on a very good team? He started 13 games. He doesn't have a winning record. I mean, how much of that do you kind of factor in?
I mean,
new head coach.
He's playing against Georgia, playing against Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? He a couple of years in there where you're going to get Alabama, LSU, week in, week out. Yeah, I think the kid is it's fair to say he's a top quarterback in the league. He was there. He played the Heat.
You rank him over CJ Stroud?
Not necessarily rank him over, but I'm definitely giving him his flowers. If a team were to take him before CJ Stroud, I wouldn't be shocked.
What about Bryce Young?
Bryce Young is different. I like Bryce. I like him. I like him as a number one overall quarterback prospect.
What about the size though? Does that worry you a little bit?
Man, he's not that small. I mean, he's bigger. He's taller than Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
He's taller than him.
You know, it's funny you mentioned Kyler Murray because I had an argument with my buddy the other day, and they're like, oh, I can't believe the Giants gave Jones that money. And I was like, look what Arizona gave Kyler Murray. Now, Kyler Murray is more athletic skill set than Daniel Jones, but who would you rather coach? Who's a leader right now? Come on,
Yeah.
seriously.